Hi everyone. Today I have my special guest, Jen Lillan. Jen is an online business coach and mainly teaches people how to start an online business and make it a big success. Uh, Jen has experience. She's run her own offline businesses and then started coaching people in online space. So we have so much to learn. Today's topic is how to start a successful online business. So first of all, Jen, how are you?
I'm absolutely fine. Thank you very much. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much. You're keeping safe, Corona crisis and things going crazy.
I am. It's quite a hard situation to be in because I've got a little 4-year-old and doesn't quite understand right now what really is going on. But it's been nice because obviously I've had the extra time with them in the day, which is great. It's precious. So yeah, making the most of it.
Okay, good, good. Okay, I've given our audience a bit of introduction of yourself. So if you would, could you please tell us about yourself a bit more, what you did previously and how you got into coaching?
Yeah, sure, absolutely fine. Yeah, everyone's got a story, and this is mine. So I went to uni like most of us do, and I then travelled around the world. I absolutely loved my travelling, and then I came back to England, and I wasn't quite happy being back, so I decided to work abroad. So first of all, I went to Tunisia, and I did a stint in Tunisia. Absolutely loved it. I was a holiday rep. So that saw me for 6 months, and I came back and I was getting a little bit restless. And then I thought, oh, I'll move to London. So I ended up having a year and a half in London, really enjoyed the experience there. But I think about 8 or 9 months into this particular job that I had, I found myself like looking out the window saying to myself, there's got to be more out there. So at the time, just before the 2008 crash, I went to China, and yeah, I was an expat for 7 years, and I absolutely loved the experience. It was fantastic. I really enjoyed being an expat. And a couple of years into me living in China, in Shanghai, I set up my first business. So it's the first indoor cycling studio in all of Southeast Asia at that time. And one turned to two, and it was absolutely fantastic. The reputation we had was awesome, where we were sort of six-figure earners outside in China. It was a great experience, but unfortunately, even though things were great on paper, but behind the scenes, my health took a really big hit, and I ended up experiencing really severe business burnout. And yeah, I was living this sort of like, intense lifestyle of working, and making the business successful, and really enjoying the success. However, behind the scenes, I was paying a massive price. My health took a battering, really. And even though I had adequate insurance, but unfortunately the health professionals out there didn't quite understand what was going wrong, what was wrong with me. So yeah, I ended up experiencing business burnout, and I came back to the UK to get some sort of further professional advice. So I had to change really the way I was doing things, because unfortunately offline businesses for me, it was just taking too much of a huge impact, which damaged my health, and surrounding friendships and relationships, I just wasn't myself. So came back to the UK to expand the business, actually, because we ended up opening another 2 indoor cycling studios, another 2 here in Leeds in the UK. But yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't well, and I fell pregnant as well. And it was always on the cards for me to start a family when returning back to the UK, but it was just like the wrong time, really. So I had to take a step back. So that's when really I found my love for online business, because naturally I wanted a more flexible role anyway, because I couldn't physically go to the studios and open up, because I was going to be a new mum, and there was a lot going on because of the 2 businesses we also had out in China still as well. So yeah, my love for online business started then. And I realised, or we realised at the time, that the old business model we had, or operating from in China, it was through traditional routes of like, word of mouth, and flyering and going to events. And we just presumed, we weren't mentored at the time out there, we just happened to be really successful. through all our sheer hard work. And we just thought and presumed that that way of working in a business could just sort of mirror here in the UK. So when we did come back to the UK and implemented the same business model to our offline businesses here, in a nutshell, it didn't quite work out. It didn't work hard enough for us because, you know, different industry, different climates, different types of spend with people, just a complete different, you know, environment altogether. So it was a bit sort of too late really at the 11th hour, but it's actually towards the end when I realised it's all about building a business and having like a sales funnel, like a proper, robust, sustainable process in your business that would generate the leads coming in, the flow of sales, and you know, just take away that stress and worry. Because really, when I realised looking back, we were always trying to chase like new business all the time, and that's basically inevitably it led to my personal burnout of business. So yeah, like I said, I came back and I realised the whole power of, you know, sales funnels, and got into click funnels like a lot of us end up dabbling in. But yeah, to cut a long story short, our 2 studios here, it was just too much, too little too late, I should say. And we ended up tying up those 2 businesses here, and I ended up focusing really more so being a mum, but also had this sideline passion for online business. And really since 2014, I've really seen the power of going online for so many reasons. And that's why I've loved to help offline businesses either migrate some of their offline businesses to online, or maybe setting themselves up to potentially sell their business as an online version later on, you know, down the line, if they wanted like an exit strategy, or if they wanted like a flexible role. So like in my experience, becoming a mum inevitably would change anyone's life, and it certainly changed mine. So yeah, that's also a very good plus if you wanted to move from offline to online, having an online either service or business. So yeah, and now here I am helping people with their online business ventures.
Oh, well, thank you very much for giving us your backstory. And yeah, the China thing feels really surprising and nice as well.
Well, it is, yeah, the place is always going to have a place in my heart. It was just an incredible experience, just up the road actually from Wuhan, where the virus actually broke out. But being an expat for 7 years just allowed me to travel. I mean, obviously near China, you've got so many awesome countries as well. And I've traveled now to 44 countries, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. And my little boy, who's now 4, he'll be doing his 10th country. So it's just, yeah, I love China. I love to travel. And yeah, it was definitely a heyday of a great positive era in my time.
Great. And okay, now coming to the topic, I think the online business, there are so many people now probably considering because of all the COVID-19 and, you know, the situation, all the offline businesses almost shut. So people are having to react to the situation, and so many people, they have potential, they might have products, services, they would like to start an online business, but sometimes they don't know where to start. So that's exactly what we're going to discuss. So tell us, what are the actual steps when someone wants to, there could be 2 kinds of people, one who already have an offline business and then they want to start online, and then there'll be people that maybe they're doing jobs or they're consultants and they want to start online. So what are the steps they should follow?
If you think of an online business, it's like 3 main phases. And like the first phase is traffic. And the second phase would be like the sales process. That's where the whole funnels comes into action and play. And the third one is like the program delivery, or the product that you want to sell. But if you were to really take it step by step, I would sort of say there's like 10 steps into operating or starting and then building and scaling up an online business. And if your audience are there listening and they want to maybe jot down a few notes, but my personal 10 steps I think there is to starting, building and growing an online business is, first off, is mindset. I've operated businesses from a state of stress, burnout, and it's just a no-go. It's hard work, as we would know as business owners ourselves, in the best of times, to really do well at business. You have to have a lot of time and a lot of headspace in order to start a project, a sideline business, an online business in particular, because it will take a lot from you. So you have to be in the right frame of mind. You have to have everything going on in your life to accommodate you wanting to build an online business. If you've got relationship problems or financial problems or anything like that, then I wouldn't suggest to start up an online business. So once you've allocated the time for an online business, it's then, I think, just really honing in on your passions. And it's a bit of a cliche, we always hear this, don't we? But because an online business or any business project in itself will take a lot from you in terms of time, energy, commitment, it's always good to at least love what you're building. So if you do have a passionate, a passion for a certain product or service, that will definitely serve you well. So only go into business and offer something to a market that you love. That's definitely a big tip there. The third step I would suggest would be for you to definitely do your research behind the service that you want to offer or the products that you want to sell, because just because you want to sell your service or product, it doesn't mean to say there's actually a space in the market for it. So definitely do extensive research to see whether there is demand for what you actually want to put out there. And then once you've done your research and you are definitely in love with what you want to do and you know there's other people out there doing it, this is when you start to build your online presence. So you might even have an online presence already if you're like you're an offline business owner. If you're brand new, then I would certainly suggest concentrating on at least 2 channels, social media channels to start with. Always ask yourself where your potential prospects hang out online. Now, I just think Facebook, like most people are on Facebook. I don't know what the figures are now, like 1 billion people, active users are on Facebook right now, which is absolutely ridiculous. So I would always suggest, utilize Facebook. And it's not just so much a profile or a business page, because now it's become more of a pay-to-play type platform. But definitely take advantage and use the power of Facebook groups, because then you can create your following, you've got a captive audience, and then later on down the line, you can sell your services or products in that group. And I'm a massive fan of YouTube as well. A bit of a slow burner, especially when you're starting out. But if you were to see setting up any sort of project in your life with great returns, it takes time and effort. Nothing worth having comes easy, right? So see it as you're building bricks, like you're laying the foundations, because you want to build a beautiful mansion at the end. And that's the way I think you should see an online business. So when it comes to YouTube, as I would always suggest, like as a second social media channel, put your content out there, do it every day or do it every 3 times a week, and just see it as you're building assets. And it will be seen as something you can work between Facebook and YouTube, and then also your email list, but also it will position you and give you that presence that you need online. So step number 5, I would suggest, is to test the market first before you spend any money on marketing or advertising. Just because you want to prove to yourself, your own sanity for reasons, and to everyone else that you can actually deliver what you want to, either sell or deliver as a service. So I would certainly just shout out. You've only got 3 times, I think, to shout out your offer online, whether it's through Facebook, or you might want to choose Instagram or Twitter, but I think Facebook is like the strongest social media channel. And once you've defined your offer, just put it out there. All you need to do is just direct message a few people, even ask your friends or family, hey, I'm looking for 5 people. I've got this awesome service or product, whatever it is that you want to sell. I'm looking for a few testers, beta testers. Come in, join me. I want to get results. And then from then you would test out your service or your product. And then in return, you probably charge a very nominal fee. But also in return, you get those success stories. You get those results that you want for yourself. And then obviously from the market, that's your feedback.
I've just got a kind of short example of testing out a product. Now, especially people who are creating programs, online programs and courses, they probably feel like they have to have super duper program before they can sell anything. So I did an experiment. It was just for fun. I created just a few videos, 3 or 4 videos, how to get booked on stages. For it was for speakers and coaches, and did a few videos, and I said, let's see if it sells, just for $7. But then there's add-on or upsell for $27. Then there's another product of $149. I haven't created anything else, so I just created 3 videos and I launched it, and I advertised it, and actually I started getting orders. When I looked at it, I
Oh, you,
thought, oh
yeah.
heck, this is like 3 or 4 times the return. So I'm spending $1 and I'm getting $5 out. So this program is good. But then now I have to create the actual program for upsells, which are selling as well. And then that way you've tested it, you haven't wasted too much energy,
Exactly.
but then you know if it's gonna work.
I shook my head and I said no, just because I thought we were going to go on to the point where just do not build a whole program out first and then go off and try and sell it, because you have no idea if the market will respond to your course or whatever it is you want to sell. It's always good to have a awesome small test amount of people who can just give you feedback as you build your online program, if it's an online program that you want to sell. So let's say it's like a 12-week transformation, you're a fitness coach and you wanted to help a bride-to-be lose between 12 and 20 pounds in 12 weeks before her big day. You know, you could actually get this, so you want to sell that for £2,000. It's quite typical in that sort of space. But you have no success stories behind it first. You can just get 5 brides to be, and you can charge a nominal fee. You can actually take them through either 6 weeks or the full 12 weeks, build out the program with these ladies, and then you can then obviously charge what you want to charge later on once you've got that positive feedback and you've actually made a program based on their feedback.
Okay, good. So up till now, the points you have mentioned, I'm just going to summarize. I wouldn't remember every single
Fine.
step by step, but so mindset is really important, because you're not starting just another job, or you're not going to start something where you burn yourself and actually it's worse than the job you were doing. So, and one thing, you have to stay positive, but also another step is try to transform your passion into a business. So if, let's say, someone has interest in spirituality and they're good at it and they have learned, they do meditation, and you have so much knowledge and experience to share, make that a program. Or if it's you are in health niche, weight loss or how healthy living, and similarly it could be absolutely anything, but what you're passionate about, if you transform that into business, then you would be feeling much better because you'll be earning from your passion. So transform your passion into a profitable business. Market research is really important. Do your test first. And yesterday, I was interviewing one of the top marketers in the world, Marion. He is a 2 award winner from Russell Brunson, and he was saying marketers research is also important, that it can give you ideas. So if you're in health niche, go search what people are selling, how are they selling, what are the ads, what are the videos they're making. So it can give you indication as well. And yeah, so yeah, carry on, please. Thank you.
Well, just a side note to that, just to add on to what you were saying there, Shaquille, all good notes there. But that's actually part of the research that I would suggest clients to do. Go to the 2 Club in particular, see the people that have actually walked the path that you want to walk, and invest in people that have actually got the results that you want. So if it is like a 12-week transformation, find people through your research that have actually made money based on what you want to do. So you sort of model people, not copy, but model success. Success leaves clues. You just follow the path that's already been trodden by successful people. Okay, yeah, so once you've been given the green light by your test market and you know that you've got a winner formula or service, it's now about building the funnel. And this is I think the separation between traditional offline business owners and online business owners. So that was my journey, because even though we had great success in China and we did really well, we were still doing things in a very old school sort of way. And that's what led to my burnouts, because you were always chasing your tail, trying to find the next set of clients. But if you were to have something that's automated in place of a sales force, in place of you really, once you've created it, you build it and you nurture it, but you can pretty much take your hands off after once you've built it. That's the power of sales funnels. And in China, organic strategies are great, and I would certainly recommend that you would do that alongside paid or traffic strategies as well. But yeah, a funnel is just pretty much the backbone of an online business. So that is definitely a strong step in this process. And then
I would like to add a couple of lines here for some people who might not be aware of, I don't know which world they live in, but they might not be aware of sales funnels. So ClickFunnels is at the top, there's Drop Funnel, there's Insta Pages, and so on. So sales funnel is a website, but it has only one purpose: to sell your product and services. So how it works is you advertise your stuff, or you're getting an organic traffic. It takes you to landing page where you have your sales video, or you're selling, let's say, your ebook, and it explains what are the benefits and tries to sell it. And once people register on that or first program, then there's the upsell. Oh, if you like this, you might like to become advanced or want me to personally coach you, etc., etc. And then there are normally 2 or 3 upsells and downsells. And that way, if you were selling it for your book for $7, maybe the total cart value would go up to $200 or even $2,000, or you can book calls. So sales funnel is, take it this way: it's a salesperson you have who works for you 24/7 without you doing initial work, and that's it. You leave it. It works for you all the time.
So powerful. However, a lot of people, when they start online, they tend to gravitate towards the easy stuff. It is easy to post 2 to 3 times a day on certain social platforms, and everyone can nowadays create a website, and we can all go to a network event. And I'm not discounting those types of methods, but it does take time if you want to build sustainability in your business, whether that's offline or online. A sales funnel, so something like ClickFunnels, I've been with them on and off for 4 years actually. When I came back to the UK after China, 2014, I actually set up my first funnel then. And then I've had a bit of a break because of, becoming a new mum, and things get, disorganized, well, not disorganized, but change around in your life. But yeah, now I've come back to ClickFunnels again for the last year, and it's just a program really, but they are just amazing what they do, because also it comes with great mentoring around ClickFunnels if you use them. But yes, a sales funnel will just be what you need in your business. It generates your leads, and you can just basically convert into customers, which is what really you want, to avoid the burnout, to avoid the stress, to avoid all the panic you can have if you're not getting enough leads into your business. And that's what just takes time. And a lot of people, when I see when they do go online, they just don't tend to see the power or the need to go down that way, and they tend to avoid building a robust online business really. But and then once you've actually got your sales process in place, you then either outsource or learn how to generate traffic. And you can do that with organic strategies. You can outsource and maybe get like a Facebook advertiser to help you, but you can also learn it yourself. But then you drive traffic into your funnel. And then the 9th step is just, and again, this takes time, it's the testing stage, and you have to keep looking after your funnel and tweaking it and just testing the market constantly. And then I've put as a 10th step, you then enjoy all your hard work, because you've earned it. That's when the money starts coming in, because you've really learned your market, you've really understood what they want. And then, like what you're saying, then you've got all your tripwires to your funnel and all your side offers and all the rest of it. And it just ends up being this one big sales machine that you've got in place. Not forgetting as well, you've got the back end. And I like to suggest usually like a break-even back end model where you're not so much making money from the front end, but it's all about email marketing and following up with your, further services and products, so you can still make money, as time goes on. So there's so many moving parts, and it does take a while for someone who is brand new to the online space to get their head around. I mean, I'm still learning. I'm always in at least 1 or 2 programs at any one time, learning everything.
Yeah, well, but this might take time, but this is also the quickest way, like sales funnels, to grow and scale. Because once you have formula where I spend advertising $1 and I get $2 out, then you can scale it. You can scale it to millions, thousands, hundreds, wherever you want it to be. One question I would like to ask you: when you create sales funnel, there are different elements to that. So sales video or sales copy, but then a critical element is testimonials, like people saying and telling your potential customers, yes, I worked with uh, Jen, and Jen has produced this results for me, etc., etc., etc. But when you're just starting off, I think it's hard to have any testimonials. So how do you deal with that situation?
Well, my journey is that I think the best thing to do is become an affiliate. So if you were to work alongside a brand or a company that has success stories in place, you just jump on board their success, get the money behind you, get your confidence up, and then sort of see your own online service or product as a sideline, and then you can get success stories that way as well. Because at the end of the day, when you first start, you're not going to have anything, are you? And that's why I think it's always good to offer a beta program version first, to then get people in, to then, attract them with a low end offer for your main program, and get success stories that way, or become an affiliate.
Yeah, affiliate or joint ventures. I mean, again, one of my guests, the things he showed us and discussed, they were amazing. Like joint ventures could be, let's say you're starting marketing agency, and you might not be best at, or you are, but probably you don't have any previous customers which you can showcase. But then you can work with the marketers, top marketers, and collaborate with them. So you share the profit, but then they have all the testimonials which you can use on your funnel because you're working together. So there
Yeah.
are always different ways which you can use to have your authority. And
Yeah.
also I would like to mention the organic traffic. So profile is, I would say it's 20 to 30% your social platform to mingle with your friends. The 70% these days is your business profile, which is what you offer, highlighted there. And then also it gives you opportunity to, Facebook gives you opportunity to make 5,000 friends. So you can find out who your potential customers are, go friend them, and then, they come to your profile, their newsfeed, and, so you can get customers from there. And groups, Facebook groups, one of the, I think, the best feature to have organic, create your own group, drive traffic to your group, and then do value addition by your videos and share material. And then you can share your links as well, which take them to your funnel again. So
It's actually part of, I put it down as point number 4. So it's actually called a Facebook funnel. So if you were to position your actual profile as your main page, not sort of concentrate too much on your business page, because again, it's become more of a pay to play type platform. And as we all know, the algorithms keep changing with Facebook, and they're not actually giving you as much traffic to your page organically. But what you can do is post or be very prominent on your profile page on a regular basis, either daily or at least 3 times a week, and mirror that on your business page, but also have a link to your on your profile page, your group, your Facebook group. And then if you've actually been through this process before, you might be aware, once you create a group, you've got 3 questions. And a little tip is to actually ask for someone's email address before they enter your Facebook group, and then you can build your list from that as well. But once you've got a captive audience, because not all your friends and family, or if you are maxing out to 5,000 friends, not everyone wants to hear about your stuff. And that's why I think it's good just to migrate as many people as you can from Facebook in general into that group. And you can obviously pull people from LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, but it's like an ecosystem you're building, really. And that's why I love YouTube, because again, it all just depends on your audience, but my audience are quite visual, so, and I like creating videos. I find it quite therapeutic sometimes. I don't mind making videos at all, so I'll always love YouTube. But you could blog a lot, and then obviously include your links and your blogs from your website into the Facebook group. And again, it's just, if you build on this every day and you're doing the right thing, you have a right great organic strategy in place, you can really start building pretty quickly. I mean, I would say probably between 6 and 12 months to have a really robust business. You can do things with speed, of course you can, but everything needs to be right in your life. Again, I think mindset, that was my first step. You need to be, you need to have the right support in your life in order to do this, because it will just take a lot of time.
And probably one thing, if you are broke and you start a business, probably not a good idea. I would always say, yeah. So it's like, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a job with a vision that I want to create my own business, but I need funding, I need money, so I will earn, and it will run also my daily expenses, my family, etc. But then I will save to invest into my business as well. But sometimes people see that the business would be the only thing which would save them, and they're broke and they will become millionaire. I mean, do you want to say anything about this?
If you are operating from a mental state of lack, like, I haven't got enough money, I need to make my business work, whether it's offline or online, it will just destroy your efforts, because you're not coming from the right place. You need to be working and operating from a place of abundance. If you've got everything covered, your family are well and safe, and you're healthy. I mean, it's so important. Even though I've always been in the health and fitness space, I can still get burnt out. I was spinning, looking after myself, I thought anyway, but you need to look after yourself on all levels, physically and mentally. Like, I didn't know how to chill out. I mean, I was ridiculous back in my earlier business days, been working on Photoshop till 2 in the morning. It's just ridiculous. You really have to have that personality. I had to really learn and grow in order to become the business owner that I am today. And it's taken me a few years, because when you're first starting off, for example, you're so excited, aren't you? You just want everyone to be as passionate as you are. And that energy, being so excited and enthusiastic about your business, only gets you so far. Because if you're not doing all the other things, looking after yourself, eating healthily, working out, make sure all your family are okay and all your bills are covered, and your business is like a reflection of you, really. So it's like an extension of you. So if your business is doing well, it's because you're doing well. That's how I see it. So even though I've had, you obviously agree as well, but yeah.
Okay. Any other tips you want to mention before we wrap up?
Any tips? Just enjoy what you're doing, because again, it can consume so much of your time, and you have to really have that passion for what you're selling, and go back to your why. We often hear that, but it's so true. So for me, my little boy is now 4, and I've done uni. I've gone off and I've traveled the world. I've done 44 countries, and I've had 2 businesses in a different country to mine. And that, even all that experience only got me so far. You have to always be in the mindset of learning and growing. Like, you've never reached a level and that's it. You just keep going and going and going. So it's just all about just loving and enjoying it, and see it as a lifestyle choice. Like, you've chosen to create an online business, and it's lifelong. It's for the long term, not just a quick 6 months, 12 months, oh yeah, tick it off, I've done that, move on. Like, no, you can have a flourishing online business for years, should you do it the right way, obviously.
Okay, and if, let's say, viewers are watching this and they want to learn more from you, so where can they go? You have a website or Facebook group, or how can they find you?
Come Jen Lillan on Facebook, or you can email me, coaching@jenlillan.com. I've also got a website, Jen Lillan, sorry, I said that. You can find me. Yeah, Jen Lillan.
Jen Lillan. Okay. So thank you very much. Really appreciate this, and hopefully we'll be doing a kind of series of videos as well. Let's see what viewers say if they need more information, and if viewers you want to follow Jen, please search her on Facebook, and you will find all the links and websites. Also, Jen is a parent, and I'm as a parent. My 3-year-old was banging the door, and he was trying to wreck this interview. So if you heard anything, apologies for that. But as you know, it's a lockdown, so we are locked down with our kids, and they like to destroy things. That's how kids work. So, Jen, really appreciate this. Thank you very much. Take care. You're part of our group as well, the business group.
Yes.
Um, so we'll do a live session there as well. And yeah, you take care. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate having me. Thank you.